Live.
Yes, we are.
Are you ready for this?
I'm so excited. We have a lot in store for you guys today. We have 5 America's Got Talent acts joining us today to chat with us live.
Yes, and to chat with you guys. So get your questions ready. We are so excited. There's no America's Got Talent coming on tonight, so that's why we wanted to bring you straight to the performers, and talk to them, see what's going on. I'm Billy Blanks Jr.
I'm Samantha.
And we're so excited. So our first guest, you want to talk about him?
Of course I do. There's nothing I love more than a sexy group of men, okay? You already know who I'm talking about, you guys. It's Positive Impact.
It's in front of you. What is that like?
Man, it felt like a dream. It was crazy. It was almost like, are these guys holograms or are these guys like real people? Yeah. It was like, oh my gosh, it was like crazy like a movie. I don't know. What do you guys think?
We don't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Unmute yourself.
What the hell? You guys muted?
A little bit of technical difficulties.
It happens. We're live.
But yeah, on that
No
note,
stress.
when we stepped on that stage, honestly, we couldn't tell if the judges were real or not. I don't know if it was the lights, the makeup, the stage, like everything on once, but it felt really surreal.
Yeah, I get that. I was talking about it. I was on Shark Tank. And when I walked out, it was the same thing. Seeing the judges, I was like, this is real. This is happening.
I did Shark Tank once.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. When those doors open, you're like, oh my gosh, this is real. You know?
Yes, and I tell everybody the worst part was the stare down.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so I want to ask you guys have, somebody had a broken back, broken neck, broken knees. How do you like recover from that and then come and do this, which like makes you almost like superheroes?
Yeah, honestly, a lot of it's mindset, like things are going to happen within the, within your body, but like the body is going to start to recover, but it's like how we feel once those recovery process starts. Like the hardest part for me was, even though I was recovered from, I tore my ACL, LCL, PCL, my knee. And then for like 4 or 5 years, I was like, I'm not like, I was afraid to even like run a mile. I was like, I'm going to hurt myself again. Definitely not going to jump off of anything over like taller than a curb, and I was so scared. And then finally one day I was like, you know what? I can't live like that. I have to live like, if I need to have surgery again, that's what's meant to be. And that was 12 years. Crazy.
You got to trust yourself. So many times we've heard like doctors tell us that you're never going to be able to do this. You're never going to be able to do that again. And here we are like proving them wrong, as so many people are out there as well too. Some miraculous recoveries, and a lot of that, again, it's with the mindset.
It truly is. And it's inspiring because, like I said, you guys are doing superhero stuff. You're not just like, oh, we're lifting weights. You're standing on somebody's head. How do you catch somebody by their feet?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, the thing is, like, we always wonder, how do people know that they can do these stunts? Like, do you guys just like lay in your bed one day and you're like, you know what we should do? We should try and hold each other up, or like do handstands and stuff. Like, how did you figure out that you guys could do this?
Well, I think what's so great about the group is it's a very collaborative experience, and then everyone has their own specialty. For example, 5 years ago, I met James. He had come from Canada to Santa Monica, Original Muscle Beach, and was like, that guy right there, yeah. And he was like, yo, you're Travis Brewer. I've seen you online. I was like, cool. Who are you? He's like, I'm Macro James. Do you want to stand on my head? I'm like, oh my gosh. I've never been asked by someone to do that. Why not? Let's go. He's like, I love basketball. He'd done a bunch of stuff. And so we started learning that skill set 5 years ago. Andreas and Nathan are extremely talented gymnasts. And so they have crazy ideas of how we can incorporate gymnastics into the routine. And then I had done Ninja Warrior and some other stuff. So I'm thinking about how we can do this stuff. So it is a collaborative process, but it's also kind of like, we do dream about it. We're like, this would be cool what if we could do this? I don't know if it's possible. Let's try it. And we take I want to let everyone know that like this routine, most of it we had never done before. And this was the 4 of us had never performed before. Our first time ever performing was on America's Got Talent, right? So it's not like we were like circus family, grew up together, brothers. No, we had met Nathan the first month that we made our video. And
wow.
So for our audition video. We literally within a month, and we're like, wow, we have something special here. There's a lot of like learning that we can all teach each other, and then we just every day we're like, oh, we could do this, oh, maybe better, and then we keep progressing small steps every day to reach another level.
That's truly incredible.
I
right?
think like after this, Billy and I are just gonna stand on each other's heads. Like
That's not going to end well. But so there's a comment up here from Daniel. He said, were you guys in acrobatics before? So you kind of answered part of that. Was everybody, some form of gymnastics, some form of something like that?
So Nathan and I, we were both gymnasts growing up. James had a background in fighting, mixed martial arts, and then acro as well. And then Travis, like you mentioned, he's done Ninja Warrior, and like he was calisthenics Battle of the Bars champion. So we've always sports have always been very very present in our lives. But this new sort of discipline that we've created is brand new to all of us. It doesn't really fall under one category. Gymnastics. It's not just calisthenics, Ninja Warrior.
They're back.
It's a party.
Good sound. It's a party with positive impact movement.
Yes.
Switch the phones and everything. We're good.
Crisis.
So now that you guys are here, we want to ask you this. Okay, so I know when you do these things, there's got to be some kind of blooper, some kind of accidents. Tell us some kind of crazy story when you're like, let's try this thing. What happened?
We have a great accident with the video to prove what happened. Bad. So one of our favorite, or like the crowd's favorite moment is where we're standing on each other's shoulders and then we throw the barbells across to each other. And for everyone at home, those are real weights. Yeah, they are real. The bar is made out of metal and the weight on the side is actually real. While we were learning it, we threw it and they collided in the air, and then it fell from about 10 feet and landed on my knee. And
oh my God.
And while someone was still standing on me, so like Andreas was on top of my shoulders, and the first thing I thought of was like, don't drop your flyer. Got him down and then limped over to a chair, sat down, and
I had Travis like this, and Travis just like, let me go. Travis jumps off of my shoulders
while
with
holding
the barbell. Just like, I'm out of here, let me go.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy to me, because I'm going, it is one of those things. If somebody drops a weight on you, you can't now just go, get this person off me. That's crazy.
We wore helmets the first time we tried that.
Yeah, we actually did wear helmets because we were nervous that it was going to land on our heads.
I would be too. I actually wondered. We saw Heidi Klum lift one of your barbells at the end of your guys' routine. Were you like shocked that Heidi was that strong?
We were happy that she could verify the weights were real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heidi looks like she works out. It's no
she
surprise.
works out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So look, before we go, if you guys win the $1 million, what are you doing with it?
Travis, take it away, bro.
Travis, you take it.
We really want to make a positive impact movement tour and build more parks and playgrounds. We all met at Muscle Beach and Santa Monica, and we want to see more Muscle Beach parks all around the world. So we dream of creating a tour where we can also build or bring a park to a city near you.
That's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
So it's cool because I actually follow you guys all, I think, on Instagram before you were on the show. So I was like, I know these people. It was really cool to kind of put the connection together.
Thank you. So then you'll see that weight crash because we all posted that one.
Yeah, check it out.
Okay, it's on your page?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go. I gotta check that out.
I'm gonna go stalk them like on all social medias now. Can't get enough.
Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, you guys.
Can't wait to see what you do.
Appreciate it.
We're excited.
Oh, we can't.
Bye, guys. So cool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's hot, right?
It's hot.
Wait, is it hot because it's hot in here or because they're hot?
Let's be real, like a little bit of both. You guys, we don't have any air conditioning today, but also those men are just all very hot.
Gotta be honest.
I know someone is agreeing in the comments with me.
Of course, people are commenting.
Of course, we have all of our usuals. Corey, good to see you. Plague Doctor, good to see you. Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
That's become a thing now. So I'm excited. The next guest, Dustin Tavella, is coming on.
Listen.
Remember, I cried my eyeballs out.
Billy I've seen Billy cry a lot, let's be real. But this act, I think, particularly just hit at the heartstrings for you.
Don't do it to me.
I mean, he's getting teary-eyed right now, but you guys, we have to bring on the talented magician / mentalist, Dustin Tavella.
Dustin, what's up, man?
Beautiful build-up.
Well, didn't you also predict him to be one of the winners?
I did predict you to be in the top 3 this season. I think that your audition was just one that really stood out to all of us. I mean, if you make Billy cry, then there's something special.
So I gotta tell you, I adopted my son. So,
nice.
So I get all the stories you were telling, the adoption day, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was done.
That's awesome. Where did you adopt your son from?
In Hacienda Heights. He was. I lived in Los Angeles, and he
Nice.
was out of the foster care system since he was 5 weeks old.
Yeah. Wow. That is awesome, man. Super cool. I love that, dude.
So what was that like for you to be able to not just obviously do magic, but to incorporate your story, his story in that?
Yeah, it was amazing. You know, I actually just recently got back into magic. I had when I was young, like I did it all the time, and I would like perform as a clown at like grocery stores and stuff. Super random when I was like 10. And then you know, I got to the age where dressing up like a clown wasn't cool, and so I was like, all right, I should stop. Never thinking I could do magic not dressing up like a clown. So anyway, so to like recently get back into this thing. And to find myself on stage in America's Got Talent and to be talking about, you know, one of the most meaningful days of my life, it felt like a dream, you know. First of all, I'm doing something that I loved as a kid, feeling like a child on the stage. And yeah, I think just getting to like tell this story, to be there with my wife and son was just absolutely incredible.
Now your son's name is Xander, right?
Xander, yeah.
And I think that's why it touched me so much, because America's Got Talent is to help you like see your dreams. And I think the fact that you were able to tell your life story while doing that, it felt so authentic and genuine. And, you know, I was a big baby. I was crying.
I love that you talked about your son's adoptive mother.
Yes.
I thought that was the most
That's huge.
heartwarming part of it for me. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that, and they also don't have the courage to talk about it on television.
Yeah.
So that was really like props to you, honestly, for the entire
At the end of the day, I think that's the thing. I think adoption is like, it's just such a beautiful thing, and I think that it has such a negative connotation sometimes. And for us, it's like this was not just like one person. This was me and my wife, and you know their birth mother, and some other people in her life, some people in our lives, all coming together and just thinking, like, what is the best possible solution for Xander, you know?
Yeah.
So for any one person to get credit, it doesn't make sense. And for the mother to not get credit for making the hardest decision she'll ever make, you know? I just think it's just so necessary. And she's still somebody that's a part of our lives. And so that's a huge heart of ours, you know? We just kind of want to change the narrative on adoption because it's something so beautiful. And, you know, we don't want Xander growing up thinking it's something negative. We want him to know that this was actually a good thing for him.
Somebody just said Daniel said Billy cries at every 4th act. No, but this was truly special because, again, like you're saying, the mother, I had the same situation. You know, the mother was fighting us in the beginning from getting our son because of all this different stuff with drugs. And in the end, at the moment when it was the most important, she said, I want these people to raise my son. And so it was like the same kind of moment.
Yeah.
You know, and adoption does have such a connotation where people kind of make fun of it. And it's actually, I think it's beautiful when you adopt because you're choosing to be with that child.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. And actually one little wild piece of information. So, you know, I perform on America's Got Talent, fly home, you know, the whole thing just felt like a dream. And as we're processing this, it was like a few weeks later, we get a phone call. So Xander actually has an older brother that was in the system for a while. He's been passed around a bunch, and we got a phone call asking if we would be willing to unite the brothers. And that was something that we had been wanting, you know, hoping for and praying for a long time. And so literally just 2 weeks ago, his older brother got here. And so we've been hanging out with him. And it was like, seriously, the timing of this, I was like, it felt so instant, you know, but to us, it was so beautiful because again, these are like two siblings, that are living two completely separate lives, and we've always just wanted to see them come together. So for this to happen is like.
So we need to connect. I don't want to keep talking about my story because it's about you, but there's just so many connections. That's crazy. So I want to ask you, if you win $1 million, what are you doing with it?
Man, that's a really good question. My wife and I have so many dreams and so many things that we want to do to help people, to help other kids. One of the first things we love to do is just get a huge house where we could adopt more kids, man, and just like fill it up with kids who need rescuing, We have a heart for the homeless. We have a heart to like disciple and mentor youth. And so it's one of those things I've thought a lot about. And I think that's probably why I don't have an answer, because I've thought about it too much. So I have like a million things I want to do.
That's incredible.
I gotta ask, I see you dabble in music a little bit. So how did you decide that you were gonna go with magic for America's Got Talent?
So music was like a huge part of my life for a long time. I was a full-time artist in Los Angeles. As an artist myself, also producing and doing things for, movies and television and stuff like that. I don't know. I think for me, the music industry kind of just got so oversaturated, and with social media, I just started to feel more and more disconnected from my audience, And especially because sometimes the style of music I was doing, I'd show up and play a song, and I like engaging with people and telling stories, and you start talking about what a song's about, and people are like, dude, just play the song, right? So I met this guy who was a magician, and I was hanging out with him one day, and he just started doing stuff, and all of a sudden there was this huge crowd around him, and it was like people all different ages, all different skin colors, like all different backgrounds, just all these people in one spot, and I'm like, dude, what just happened? You just put out a deck of cards on a street corner, and like it just brought the most unity I've seen in years. And so it just really caught my attention, man. And I just kind of decided it's what I wanted to start doing, and I fell in love with it all over again. And so I think that was my big reason for doing that on America's Got Talent, is I see the power that magic has to be able to tell stories, to bring people together. It's so not demographic specific. And to be able to go into a kindergarten class or an old age home and everywhere in between, it's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have you found your element. So I actually can look and go, you are in your element, because it is so authentic. I cannot wait to see what you do.
Oh, thank you guys.
I just think that the angle that you take with your magic, the fact that you're doing tricks that involve your family and
stories,
and people that you love. That is what America loves.
Truly.
That's what America falls in love with on shows
you're touching
like
us here.
He's got tears in his eyes right now.
Thank you guys. No, seriously, it really means a lot, and it's really encouraging, because it's like, obviously, you care about family more than anything else. You want to make a living. You want to do the things you love, and so to see the culmination of all these things kind of coming together and to hear feedback like that, it means the world to me, because I don't ever want to, at the end of the day, I don't ever want to do something and then feel like people were like, oh, that guy's cool. Like, I want people to feel inspired and challenged and encouraged. I want the things that I do to be bigger than myself. And so, hearing that feedback really does mean the world to me. So thank you guys.
Of course. Well, we are going to be watching on the sidelines. Kill it out there. So excited.
I'm so excited. Good luck.
See you later, Dustin.
Thank you. Later, guys.
Bye.
This is a cool day, right?
It's so cool.
There was no AGT tonight, but I think this is even better, because the fans can hear from them and talk to them and know more of their story.
You get to find out something that you would have never known. Him and his wife really want to open their home to more children, and it so happens that their son has a brother.
Yeah. I know. I can't. I don't want to get to it. I'm so excited. Guess who's next? Brooke Simpson. So, guys, this was one of our first interviews. I wasn't here. I think it was Mel on our channel here at Talent Recap. She interviewed Brooke, and so we're so excited to have her here. Super talented Brooke Simpson.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi. How are you guys?
Doing good.
We were looking forward to this all day.
Yes. I'm so excited to be here and to see y'all again and all that jazz.
Yeah, so I just want to say, obviously, I know you've done The Voice. Now you're here on America's Got Talent. Does it feel different? Does it feel the same? What do you feel with this?
You know, it definitely is a completely different experience. I went into it thinking maybe I'll have some idea of what I'm doing because of that, but I was completely wrong. It's a completely different game, a completely different structure. It's wild, but it's incredible, and I've loved every single step of the journey so far.
Yeah, and I mean, we've loved every single second of it. This whole entire competition, I think you were one of our favorites because you were so vocal, you know, talking about your culture and your tribe.
Thank you.
The fact that there are so many people all over the world that can look up to you and resonate to you, you know, even especially in America, I think that is so amazing. So what was going through your mind when you got the call to do AGT? Like, did you know that you wanted to talk about your tribe and bring awareness to that right off the bat?
Absolutely. I mean, whether it's AGT, The Voice, or just me hustling out here in these LA streets, everything I do, I always do it with my tribe in mind. I know how, I mean, growing up as an Indigenous person, I know how it feels to feel forgotten and so often left out of the conversation, especially knowing our history and in this country. But because of that, I always want to shed light on it, and I want to give the next generation of all youth, but especially Indigenous youth, let them know that they can do it too. I just know growing up, I didn't have a pop star that was Indigenous like me to look up to, and I want to do that for the next generation, to let them know that anything's possible.
You know, what you're saying is so important because, again, you know, when you grow up ethnic or different things, you don't have the representation. I remember not ever having a brown doll. There was all these Cabbage Patch dolls, and I just wanted one that was brown. You know what I mean? So you have taken such an important role because, again, there are Indigenous women, men that are going, wait a minute, she can do this, I can do it. So it's such a great direction and story to take. And so I'm excited to see where you go.
Thank you so much. And I'm so honored just to be a part of it. I mean, honestly, just the comparisons that Simon made alone, I mean, that is enough for me for the experience, but I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, what was that like singing in front of Simon? I mean, you sung.
She said it was her dream.
She did, and she sung in front of a very impressive panel of coaches on The Voice. So I'm just wondering, how does the
difference with
Voice
Simon,
and AGT kind of compare?
You know, okay, I will say one similarity. The same thing happened on the AGT stage that happened at The Voice. I blacked out as soon as I got up there. Like, the moment we got off, I called my mom. She said, so how did it go? I'm like, I'm going to let Ray tell you because I don't remember anything. So watching it back for the first time with my family, we were in my living room watching it on a projector. And I just remember watching and listening to some of the words Simon was saying and using the comparisons to Kelly Clarkson and Fantasia, women that are a part of the blueprint of why my voice is what it is today. I mean, they helped raise me to the vocalist I am, you know? So that was it was unreal. I mean, what all of the judges said, I was just speechless.
And another cool element is you got to perform with your mate, Ray. What was that like?
It was incredible. It felt like doing something incredibly stressful, but with your security blanket, whatever that may be for you. You know, it was like doing it, but with my safety net. So starting the song by looking at him, seeing his face and his smile, and then him playing the piano, it just felt like we were in our living room at home doing what we do on any given Sunday or whatever day.
It's probably like some sort of calming too, right?
Exactly. All the nerves that were there, he was the reason why I made it through the song.
So I gotta ask, if you guys do win the $1 million, what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, girl.
Like, pay some bills.
Right. Well, that part, because COVID was real.
Yes, it was.
But also, I want to, every single dream that I've wanted to do but felt creatively stifled because of financial situations, I'm going to make those a reality. I want to record and finish an album. I want to start a jewelry line where I can give a spotlight on Indigenous jewelry because it is so beautiful and it needs to be in the public eye way more.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much I want to do. And also on top of all of that, I want to help my family. I want to make sure if I eat, everybody eats. So
that's family. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
incredible. One of our audience members, Mary Carroll, said you were her favorite on The Voice and you're her favorite on AGT.
thank you, Mary Carroll. You're my favorite in the comments.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with anybody from The Voice?
Absolutely. Honestly, a lot of my season, the people we're still really close friends today. Addison Aiken, who was also one of the finalists. Chloe, who now goes by Chloe MK. She won the whole dang thing. We're still really close. Ashlyn. Yeah, we're all still really close. Carly Webster. She was also Team Miley. Maha, I'm sorry. I'm just naming so many people. We're still a family. We all hang out all the time.
And that's probably going to be the same here because
Yeah.
you're going to get far on AGT. And so that's going to be one of those things that once you guys are all together again during the lives, I think the same thing's going to happen.
I hope so. That honestly was my favorite part of the entire experience with The Voice, like making a whole new group of family members. So to be able to do that again for America's Got Talent, that would be just another part of the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that this is such a happy time, but I just wanted to ask you, obviously we lost Janice Freeman in the years since we last spoke to you. What was Janice like? I mean, what was it like, just meeting her or talking to her? Because our viewers have always loved Janice.
Yeah, it's not just your viewers either. I mean, anyone who come to know Janice is to love her. Meeting Janice is one of the greatest blessings I'll ever have in my life.
Wow.
I remember, our first time meeting in a room as Team Miley, a lot of the time was spent, it's a room full of women. It was an all-female team. And a lot of the time was spent crying and praying and affirming each other. And Janice was like the leader of the pack with praying for each person and pouring into each person. And not to, talk too long because I could go forever when I talk about that woman. But I remember one specific time she came to me in the lobby of the hotel we were in, and she gave me a notebook, told me about the color of it and the word that was on it and how it just spoke to her when she saw it. And she felt like God wanted her to give it to me to write music in. And she prayed for me right after she gave it to me. And there were multiple times she prayed for me. She was just literally an angel on earth. And she still to this day inspires me. And yeah.
Yeah, I could say for you, I mean, bringing it back to AGT, that light shines through you. There is something otherworldly, spiritual about you when you step on stage. I know it's partially your tribe. It's obviously people you've come in contact with, but you glow. It's like, it's special.
It might be because you're a fan of Lizzo, I mean, Lizzo is a queen, you're a queen, and when you put the two together, magic.
Thank you. She is human sunshine.
That's right. Well, Brooke, thank you so much for coming on. We're rooting for you. We cannot wait to see what you do. Please go out there and kill it.
Good luck.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Of course. See you later.
Bye.
Well, she's just awesome.
Oh, such a queen.
Right? I can't wait to hear what she sings because, song choice is so important. And so I'm like, come out there each week. I want her to slay it.
The fact that she got to work with Miley Cyrus, she's winning basically at life right now.
Oh, that's true. All right, so who's next? Guys, how are you doing out there? Are you enjoying talking to everybody? If you have questions for them, send them to us. Let us know. All right, please. We're having a great time today. Oh, next up is Kabir. He was hilarious.
Man, so funny.
So we're so excited. Next up is comedian Kabir Singh.
Well,
hey.
Hello, guys. Come on, everybody. You guys doing good?
Yes, we're doing great.
I like it. That was a lovely
It's so
interview.
nice to meet you.
Nice. Oh, the pleasure's all mine, guys. Glad to be on, friends.
What? Say it again.
Glad to be on, friends.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here. First of all, I have to say you are hilarious. I'm very hard on stand-up comedians. I kind of laugh inside, but you actually made me laugh out. So thank you for making me laugh so hard.
Hey, no problem. It was a lot of fun. That was an interesting, jokes that I did on that show, and I'm glad that I went well. Could have gone what? Could have gone terribly.
Yes, and I want to ask you, it's crazy. You only get a minute and 30 seconds, right?
Yeah. Well, he would know.
It's really quick. It took really quick. I pretty much had a couple jokes in mind that how's it sound? Does it sound okay, or should I take the AirPods out?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So so you have a minute and a half. You just kind of, so I've been touring and headlining for, I don't know, 7 years. So I've been used to doing about an hour a night. So when I was told that we have exactly a minute and a half, I think the hardest part about that whole process was trying to figure out what two jokes that I wanted to do. So it's quick as a comedian. You kind of don't. Yeah, it was quick. So and I was.
It's also got to be scary. Because it's like if you pick the two jokes that don't land and you only got a minute and 30 seconds, it's like, ooh, that's hard,
Well, that's the good thing about being a solo act, that if I mess up those jokes, that I have nobody else to blame but myself. This is why I kind of want a partner.
So you can blame somebody? That's what I do with Samantha.
Dynamic comedy duo.
You did this. All right, you did this to me.
Anytime we mess up on the live, it's our fault.
Yeah, right. So technically, you got to get those two jokes right. Again, when I'm going to the comedy club, I'm doing like seven shows, 7 or 8 shows a week. So I kind of know exactly the flow of the show. So I kind of had a good idea of what I want to do at first. It just, but it was interesting, a lot of fun. And it went by like this. It felt like it took 5 seconds.
Was there any judge that you were particularly nervous doing your comedy routine in front of? Because you know that Heidi Klum is usually the hardest person to impress. She never laughs. She never gets the jokes. So were you nervous at all?
No, I got to be honest with you. I was performing in front of America. I think the judges are great. I think they've seen so much talent that they kind of understand that even if it is not their cup of tea, I think their job is to really just kind of, okay, but this is good, for the show and stuff like that. So that was my mindset going on. I wasn't trying to perform material to the individual judges, but it was really cool that Heidi gave me love after the show. That was one of the coolest parts. To answer your question, I wasn't nervous until I got done. I was like, oh, crap, she's going to start talking now. So this might be bad, right? So
of course.
Pre-flop, I wasn't worried, but yeah.
One of our audience members, Lori, says, love me some Kabir.
Come on, LC. Let's go, buddy. Look at that.
And then also, so first of all, I have to say, my favorite part of your act, I love the fact that you can touch on race stuff. And it's because it's such a sensitive time. And you do it in just the perfect way. And then I was dying when you said that only white people are serial killers.
Yeah. Yes, it was fun to do it because it was great. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it because I got a tremendous amount of email from people listing other serial killers that were different ethnicities, which I thought was hilarious.
It's like other serial killers.
Yeah, there were just like a bunch of white people in there. I was like, listen, that's incorrect. Here's a list of 30 of the serial killers. I'm like, all right, calm down, Steve.
You probably did get that, right?
I got a few of those. It's okay.
That's so funny. I feel like everybody wants to know, if you won the $1 million, what would you do with it?
If I won the $1 million, well, I think the first thing I'm gonna do is it's been me and my mom together since my dad passed away. So 100%, not a shot of the doubt, I'm gonna buy her a house. It's her. It is actually her choice. Wherever she wants to go. Hopefully, if we win it, that means we're going to Vegas. Let's go. That means she won't see me a lot, but I'll at least get her a house. But yeah, I think that would be the one thing I would do. I'd give my mom a house, 100%, whatever she wants.
Yeah, I love your relationship with your mom. When you were talking to her on the phone, it was so incredible to hear, even just in the tone of her voice, how excited she was for you,
Yeah, she's like that all the time, but America's Got Talent was 10 times. I don't think she understands the graphs of how big America's Got Talent is. The phone calls that she was getting from India and Canada, childhood friends, family that she hasn't heard from for a long time. It hit her 4 or 5 days later.
They're trying to get in early. Yeah. They're like $1 million.
Exactly. Yeah, hashtag all of a sudden everybody's calling my mom saying how great I was, even though they hated me for 10 years. Very nice, very nice.
I mean, has the response been crazy, after your audition aired, and then you get the views from YouTube, and then I'm sure you get the social media followers. So what has the reception been like?
it has been a 10-year grind. So personally, I love the new followers. I love it, but it was so amazing. All the people that have been following me for all these years that have rooted for me to get an opportunity like this, having them so happy, hitting me up was like, dude, we've been watching you. This is huge. It was great. I didn't know the gravity of it either when I did my watch party at Kirby's in Fremont, and the place was packed. And the whole city of Fremont was there rooting me on, and I was there for that live party. And I had tears in my eyes. It was one of the most beautiful moments I've ever had. It's just the love and support I've been getting from everybody in the comedy community and fans. I have no words for it. It's amazing. And all the new followers from all around the world, I love you guys. And
that's what I love about AGT. I feel like it's, even if somebody doesn't win, it's giving you a moment to get in front of an audience maybe you wouldn't have been in front of before, and so
you guys
good luck to you.
All of a sudden, all the comedy clubs that weren't booking me are calling me. You know who you are.
Yep.
That's the way it works. For it. Delete. Love you guys.
It's so great meeting you.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right, we're rooting for you.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
That's so cool.
He's so funny.
Yes, he truly is. I'm telling you, the serial killer thing makes me laugh because
he's got a point.
He does, and I researched, and I was like, okay, that's kind of true. Like, I was going through the names of like John Wayne Gacy and like Charles
Jeffrey
Manson and
Dahmer.
Yes,
they all got
I'm
one
half
thing
white,
in common. I'm white.
Really? That's hilarious. Oh my God, I'm dead. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Side note, you guys, it's always an issue with the lighting because I look transparent on
yeah, so then I end up having to look super dark. No, that's fine. I don't care.
The comedy. This is our comedy.
This is our
duo.
comedy. This is our sketch right now.
Yeah. Scarlar Brothers, we're coming for you.
But I have a question. Since we last talked, before we bring on our last guest, have you washed your feet? Honestly,
have not washed my feet. I did take an Instagram poll asking people if they wash their feet, and the response was overwhelmingly yes. So I feel like I am doing something wrong, but
you are, because have you ever seen people that are walking around their house and they lift up their feet and it's like black on the bottom?
I try not to look.
So you just ignore it. Just ignore the dirt. It doesn't exist.
That's why we wear shoes. We're not hobbits. We wear shoes. We wear socks.
That's true. All right. Sorry. Sidebar. We're being Billy and Samantha right now. So our last guest, you guys are going to be excited. We know he has a huge fan base, and we're excited to have him on.
You guys, put your paws up, put your mustaches on, because it is Sethward.
Paws up, mustaches on. That's what's up.
We were wondering, we're like, what is Sethward going to come on here like? Is he going to be himself? Like, what? We're so excited to see who you really are.
This is a costume. I don't look like this. I put flesh on my body.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it goes right along with the whole serial killer thing. And I'm white. I'm as white as it gets.
I have to tell you, you won me over, okay? Because I had watched a few seasons and I was like, what is this man doing? Falling off the stage. And the last season, when you came out and did the jump off the rock and all this stuff, I was like, okay, I like him. Remember?
Oh, I remember.
You won me over.
Samantha's a big. I've been reading Samantha's articles on where are we right now?
TalentRecap.com.
Yep.
Yeah, talent. Oh my gosh! You know what? She could have said a couple of nicer things like that. I'm gonna win and that I'm in the top 3 at least. But she wasn't as mean as she could have been. I've gotten other mean articles written about me. So Samantha,
and you have to realize she will go there. She will go there.
I know she can be a little feisty. I see her writing style.
But did you read the article where I predicted that you'd be in the top 36?
Hey, at least I made 36.
Oh my gosh. So what first of all, what is your favorite character that you've played on AGT? And do you have more that we haven't seen yet?
Oh man, that's like asking a mother what her favorite child is. Are you gonna make me do this? This is gonna make all my other children very mad at me. I love them all because they all are me, and I, self-love. You know what I mean? Come on, gotta get done. Get some of that self-love. I also hate them. No, your children will hurt you, especially when you first meet them. It's very painful.
Yes.
And it's pretty much a metaphor for what I do on stage and how I am. So, yeah, I can't answer that question because I'm not going to do that to my children.
So we kind of know the answer now, but like, who really are you underneath the costumes? Like, what is a typical day in your life when you're not a giant peacock?
Oh man, trying to live, just trying to make it day by day, Some people online will watch me on AGT and they don't understand that there is a human deep down inside of this. And, some people aren't very nice to animals. Some people eat animals. Okay, let's just go there. Okay, some people, let's go there. Okay. Some people eat them, they don't like them that much. Or maybe they like them too much because they gonna put them inside their stomach.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm getting at is that it's, I'm a human being and human beings have souls. And sometimes you got to remember that when you're watching this TV screen.
That's a person.
There's a soul inside of that. Believe it or not, I didn't sell it to some devil. I still got mine.
Relatable.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
relatable. People think I'm so mean on this show, but like there's a soul deep.
No, there's a great soul in here.
here.
You know what I mean? And I love that she's honest like that.
The eye roll is coming.
No, it's not. It's true. I love me, Samantha.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
anyway.
Yeah. You've got a great soul, Samantha.
Oh,
it's a very good looking soul.
Oh.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Ooh, Sethward.
So wait, Sethward, real quick. The mustache. So I had a friend. How long did it take you to grow it? Because I had a friend that did his and it would twist, and I know it took him a long time. So how long?
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I haven't shaved this guy off since it's been years, about I think 5 years since the last time I shaved. And at this point, if I shave it, then I'm gonna lose any kind of internet cred that I have. Forget my career. It's over. This is all I have.
It is your
mustache and a soul, and that's it.
Well, if you win $1 million, you could buy yourself a tape-on mustache. Would you buy yourself more animal costumes? Would you go for something different? Will we do some animatronic robot stuff?
Fancy ones like the Masked Singer?
Yeah.
Wow, the Masked Singer. Those are mascot costumes. They're like. That's like second tier. I'm the cream de la crop. My costumes are as good as they get. It goes Halloween costumes, which are, let's be honest, they're the worst, okay? And then it goes Masked Singer, okay? And then Sethward costumes on America's Got Talent. That's the best that it gets. Yes, I know. Sometimes they fall apart on stage, but that's interactive. It's good that way.
So that being said, who designs your costumes? You want to give them some cred here?
Yeah, it's me. What do you think, that somebody designed these pieces of garbage that I'm putting on and they're falling off on the stage? What do you think? I paid somebody to do that? No,
I like the one when you were the walrus and the fang was like hanging and flopping around.
Yeah, this is not the caterpillar is made out of a child's sleeping bag. You think that somebody was paid to make that? What are you thinking?
I love how you expose all of your bits to the judges all the time.
Samantha, you said that you loved that?
Oh my gosh.
You love that?
I do love that.
She set herself up now.
Wow. Billy, are you hearing what I'm hearing?
I heard it, Samantha. So remember this now. You said you love his bits.
I do love his bits. I love it when I see the NBC logo over his
covering
bits.
his bits.
Yeah.
You want them to remove it.
Well, I didn't say that.
Wow, Samantha and Billy, this is getting spicy.
It's getting spicy. So look, I want to ask
you answer because it's hard to explain. It's hard to really get down to it, but I think that the bottom line is that we went on a journey. You know, we've been at the beginning of this thing, and you've seen it happen time and time, and things have changed, and we've been on a roller coaster. Some people don't like roller coasters. I'm going to say it. Some people don't like the thrill of going on a ride. And that's exactly what this was. It was a stinking ride. And sometimes you got to throw your hands up. Sometimes you got to put them over your eyeballs. Sometimes you make this kind of thing where you have your thumbs in the air. And sometimes you're going to flip them and you don't like it. But in the end, we went on a journey and a story was told. And if that's not talent, then I don't know. What is talent? Tell me right now.
Sethward's getting philosophical
You really
here.
brought it home there,
Right?
Socrates.
What is it? What is talent? If you
Mic
guys
drop.
could tell me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of dropping, how's your back?
Oh, yes.
Because you fall a lot. You're falling all over the stage. You're
It's
falling
not
on your
broken.
butt and everything.
Your back.
Yeah, my back is probably pretty solid right now. I usually can use
He's
it
like right now.
right now. Yeah, you know, no promises, and I count my blessings every day. My
Yeah,
body is
a
my
message from one of our audience members. Canna7 Studios says Sethward somehow wins AGT. Imagine.
I love these backhanded compliments. You know, these backhanded comments. I thrive off of these. They're so powerful.
But you know, Sethward, you have a huge following on Reddit. Do you know that?
Where? Tell me so I can capitalize on it.
On Reddit, they love you. They talk about you so much in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is really good news, and I've needed some good news recently, so thank you for that.
I mean, all the YouTube comments that I see from like
they
the
love
Gong Show and AGT and all the other millions of Got Talent shows you've been on, it's all people saying that you're so underrated, the judges give you too much of a hard time.
Yep.
And something that Howie Mandel always reminds people is like, this is a comedy act.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be funny, and it is.
And it is. Raphael said, always funny as heck. So they're all
Wow,
talking about
heck is the funniest thing. So that is a compliment.
And then look at this one. This
Thank
says
you
delete.
so much,
Says,
Dallas.
I really hope Sethward wins.
Well, Santa is my biggest fan. I'm Santa's biggest fan, really. That's really how it goes.
Oh, this
Wow.
is awesome.
That's
Well,
good.
thank
I
you so
always
much for coming on, Sethward. We can't wait to see what you do next.
Yes.
Hey,
And I will be writing
a
nice things
joy to
about
be
you.
here. Mwah, thank you guys for having me. And Samantha, I expect a really well and genuinely heartfelt article review on me being the #1 contestant in 2021. Okay, I'll be
All
waiting
right.
for it.
Done.
We're going to talk about how cool you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yay! Bye, you
Bye.
guys.
Bye. That was so great. So guys, Sethward. That was Sethward.
The Sethward. That I don't know what I was imagining, but it was so much more. It's like when we had Michael Winslow on here, and he was like,
Yeah, Sethward's actually, like he said, a soul, a person.
Yeah.
Like,
like a real person. I love the mustache. That was probably my favorite thing I've ever seen today.
the mustache.
Loved it.
That just must take so long and so much work because you got to
Perfect.
roll that. So all you guys viewing right now, we want to ask you a question. We're going to put it up right now. And this question is, who was your favorite AGT winner of all time? Okay, so that's the question. It's up there. We want you to tell us in the comments. All right, who's yours?
Oh, Jinx.
I would say mine is Darcy Lynn.
Really?
Yes, because she shocked me because I'm not a ventriloquist person. And the first time she came up, I had that but then she was incredible each time she got better. And then just who she was, I got to meet her later on. And I was like, I love this young woman. She's awesome.
Gosh, look at you meeting Darcy Lynn. Honestly, this is probably like not a popular answer because I feel like the go-to is always Shin Lim. But for me, for some reason, Kenichi was always my favorite because finding a good dance act on America's Got Talent is like the hardest thing ever, as you know. And I feel like he just really, he won. What do you mean?
Yeah, I didn't.
He won?
Okay, that's the season I didn't see. That's the season I didn't see. Look,
and he was
she
doing
just dumped me
back
out.
bends, and he was doing like all these tricks and stuff. And I feel like he just revolutionized dancing on America's Got Talent. And I loves his personality.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So who's everybody saying? I see Cody Lee got the most views. I see Darcy Lynn. Somebody said that too. Another Kyle says Sethward rules.
That's true.
That was great. This is fun, guys.
Someone said Archie Williams. Archie did not win the show, but I do agree that Archie was a really amazing contestant. Loved his story. Corey Worcester said Cody Lee versus Grace Vanderwall.
Oh, Grace Vanderwall. Okay.
She's really popular on TikTok now.
You know, I thought we had some stats today. No stats, right? Okay, we were gonna do stats. You know, remember our guy who can do the stats?
Was it Tanner? Tanner, are you here? Show yourself.
I know. Show yourself if you are, Tanner. If not, it's okay. We'll do it next week. But I was thinking about that.
Yeah, if you guys missed last week,
he sent us some stats.
Tanner does stats, and he does it for every season of America's Got Talent, which is so cool. And he has this whole list of all the contestants compared to last season's contestants. Like, go you.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what he's gonna do and tell us who's gonna win this year. See if he's right.
Flores said Simon. Simon's
not competing.
Flores, I agree with your comments.
Simon. Oh, Poop Poop said something and went away, but I saw something from Poop Poop.
Poop Poop? Poop Poop said Paul Zerden, I believe.
Okay.
Flores still saying Simon. Trending with Master Kasek says, what do you think about Brandon, who won last year and against, or think he should have won? I think you're asking, if we thought Brandon should have won last season.
Yeah. What do you think?
Obviously,
I don't think you think he should have.
Yeah, I think you probably thought someone else should win. I personally thought he was the most deserving to win. He was the one act every single week that I was like, wow. Like, you could hear a pin drop. In this office, you could hear a pin drop. In the judge's room, like when he was performing, and I just think that his impact was...
So you do think he should have won?
Yeah, of course. His impact was far bigger than what was presented to us on TV. Like, he's going to do big things.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see what he does. Is he doing stuff now?
Well, he did the promo commercial for the season of AGT, so I feel like that's a start. And in interviews, he said he's going to use his $1 million to pay off his student loans.
Oh, my God. $1 million for student loans? Oh, God. My son's getting ready to go off to college.
Well,
get
that wallet ready, because, you guys, stuff is expensive.
So Mary Carroll says her favorite AGT winners are Darcy Lynn, Shin Lim, and Cody Lee. Cody Lee won? Yes, he did. Of course he did. Oh, my God.
Get out of here. Can we have Sethward to come and replace this fool? Cody Lee won?
You called me a fool.
You are a fool. Cody Lee won. He's only one of the most popular winners of all time.
I know now. I forgot.
And he utters his signature catchphrase, heck yeah.
I cried when I saw Cody, by the way. I cried.
Did you?
Yes, because Ellie showed me Cody's performance. I'd never seen it before.
Okay. Yeah, you sure haven't.
The guy behind the camera showed me.
Yeah.
And I was crying. But I cry, obviously different.
Well, Daniel said Brandon should not have went to AGT to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, guys, this was fun. We thank you so much for tuning in. Where can they find you?
You guys, I'm so flustered over Sethward. I think I'm blushing.
It's
you can
hot
find
in
me
here.
over on Instagram at SamanthaX373.
You can find me at Billy Blanks Jr. on TikTok and Instagram.
And while you're on YouTube, you should hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Follow Talent Recap on all social medias and head over to talentrecap.com because we have all the scoop on your AGT favorites like Sethward.
Yep.
And I think it's time for us to say,
and that's our talent recap.